Anyways, all right. Phone lines are open. That's it. We've opened the phone lines. Phone lines are open. If you want to call in, if you want to talk about the shooter, guns, need some advice, anything you want, the phone lines are open. Give it a little spin and let's chat. And we got our first caller of the night. And I know who this is. Hello. Thanks for calling Low Value Mail.
Danny, what's going on, man?
Chad, how you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, man. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I had a little tech issue. That's 2 tech issues in 2 weeks.
I know, man. I seen it. Yeah, you got through though, man. Shoot, that's cool.
I know. I made it. I made it out the other end, you know. So, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about that Jordan Peterson stuff, man.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm actually I'm gonna make a sketch tomorrow about this whole Sports Illustrated thing. So I was thinking of a sketch, and I'm gonna make something about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just thinking. I was like, Dave, what you think was going on with him? Like, I don't like it seems a little bit out of the ordinary for him.
He was on he was on SSRIs or something, and then he went off of them. He's pretty well documented that he had like a really bad withdrawals and all this stuff. I don't know, since he got back on Twitter, he's just been angrier. Like really? he's like we talked about before, like on Boys Cast and stuff, but like, he's literally just like angry. Like he'll his Microsoft Office doesn't work and he's yelling at he's quote tweeting Microsoft and he's calling people like fucking idiots and stuff, like where he was very measured before. He's just, his fuse is shorter.
I never knew, that's crazy. I know him like just from YouTube, so I never knew his like Twitter life or nothing like that. But yeah, I never even knew he was like that on Twitter for real. That's crazy.
He wasn't though. He didn't always used to be like that. He used to be like pretty normal on Twitter. And then he started getting more, I feel like I don't want to say political. He tweets a lot about Canadian politics, a lot.
Right. Well, that's a lot of his content now anyway. Like even if you look at his YouTube videos, a lot of it's about Canadian politics.
Yeah. Exactly. So he has a lot of like stuff about Canadian politics but yeah, I don't know. He's mad, but it just was so funny because he honestly goes, I'm going to give my password away. Like I'm signing off on Twitter kind of thing. And then he was just later that night, he was just back at it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then, it's crazy because I really follow, I really feel like I'm probably a person that he's helped a lot through his videos and stuff like that. But, it's just crazy, I guess, to see, because what he be talking about a lot is like, don't be resentful, Like, and then it just seems like the post that he put today was like, what else is that? I don't know what else he was going for other than mean and nasty.
Yeah, honestly, it really did kind of surprise me. That because it was just like mean. You're like, what is the point of being like, look, obviously with Sports Illustrated, they're trying to have a more inclusive like body type or whatever the fuck, but like why? Right. It's the swimsuit edition and it's for men. And I mean, I guess they're trying to like, look, nobody reads these, like when was the last time anybody who's like, I just picked up the new fucking Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition? Nobody does, right? So I guess they probably know that if they switch it up like this, they'll get a lot of, free publicity of just all the people, making fun of them and going crazy.
Right. So on both sides, because then they'll also be celebrated by the other side, because they're being inclusive.
Exactly. But those people who are celebrating them will never go buy a copy of it. Like that's never happening. So I just think it's like kind of on like, the last legs of that brand of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit thing, like, right. And I honestly believe like they probably would get less coverage if it was just a bunch of hot chicks on there. Not that they're not hot, but I mean Elon Musk's mom that's a bit of a stretch for putting on us. Like that used to literally be you made it as like you were the top model, supermodel in the world to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit. Like that was like the crowning kind of, you are the number one model in the world.
If I could play a little bit of devil's advocate.
Yes, please do.
But I would feel like, because, I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. So it's like, I think that he is possibly talking about like the the what would you say, like the standards of beauty, like pretty much how like they're used to, like pretty much I would say throughout cultures. I'm not gonna say it was the same standard of beauty, but I mean
Yeah.
certainly every culture had what they thought was beautiful. But I feel like maybe that's what he was criticizing, but he said nothing about that in the post.
Yeah,
So it just,
exactly. He didn't even say like, "Oh, this is this is so different for what it just." Yeah, it was like he. I don't want to say he deserved what he got, but he was really asking for it with that because it's not like people like him to begin with. Like there are obviously people like him, but there's a lot of people who do not like him
right at all.
at all, right? And then for him to fucking go do this is
Oh, but you know what I remember though? That's crazy. On YouTube, I remember he had posted that he had in April, I think he was saying he had like an allergic reaction or something that caused some neurological symptoms.
Mhm.
He had post like saying that. So
Well, I know
don't
that
know.
his withdrawals are really bad from his
But
drugs.
no, but I'm just saying like maybe he's having like remember when Roseanne tweeted because she was off the Ambien?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Maybe it's something like that.
yeah. It's possible. But I just funny because he took so much shit and he goes, "All right, I'm off Twitter," and then he couldn't resist, man, couldn't stay off.
Yeah, I know it's like
Yeah.
it becoming up like a little bit.
But also like the idea of people being like, "Oh, she's gross." She's like, she's not gross.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
Like
I'm no,
everybody was trying to make it like putting words in my mouth where like that's what I was saying. I'm like, I don't think she's gross. She's obviously an attractive woman. She's just like, she's not the
right.
hottest woman in the world.
I mean, for sure.
I will die
mean,
on the hill that she's not the hottest woman in the world.
she's definitely not, man. I mean, but the thing about
You're a
it
fucking
is,
bigot, Chad. You're a bad
well, look,
guy.
man, I know that, man. I know. Look, they tell me that. But I'm just saying, yeah, she's definitely not to us, but to one guy, she's probably the most beautiful girl in the world. You never
Of
know,
course, but we're more trying to be from like we're not trying to be subjective about this. We're trying to be like objective and quantify it. And we're just like, look, if you just started stopping, random sample size of 50,000 guys and just be like, rate her out of 1 out of 10, she's not gonna, or be like, should she be on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
Right.
They would just be like, no.
No,
But that's not what they're going for. They're going, we're talking about it now. People. There's probably people who are like, oh, they still make. But I'll tell you what they're not doing. They're not fucking selling any more Sports Illustrated. I don't even. Can you buy them, or do you only, or do you have to have a subscription?
I guess so. You got to go online and get a subscription, and then give them your address or something like that.
I guess. I mean, I guess people still subscribe to Sports Illustrated. And I guess that's one of the episodes. So, or one of the.
They're probably like one of the dying brands now. Like they sound like a little bit of old media.
Yeah,
kinda.
I mean, they put 2 years ago. I believe they put a transgender woman on the cover.
Oh yeah, I think I remember.
And Playboy did that too. That was the funny. I was like, Playboy did that. I go, Hugh Hefner. That's definitely what Hugh Hefner envisioned Playboy to be when he died. Was
Right.
transgender women
Exactly.
models. Anyways, anything else you want to chat about?
Nah, I think I'm good, man. I'll let somebody else call in.
Okay, cool. Take care, buddy.
All right, you too, man.